Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now the end of November of 2021, and we're only getting closer to the release of the Book of Boba Fett, as well as Star Wars Celebration of 2022. That's really going to give a different perspective on things for the overall Star Wars fandom, to really get a better idea of exactly what Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, Bob Chapek, George Lucas, and other creators are really working on in order to really succeed with the Star Wars universe. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of entertaining things on there from time to time, and make sure to interact with you guys further. So, on top of all of this, we already know that Jon and Dave are really working very hard on everything related to the Mandalorian Season 3, the Ahsoka Tano series, as well as other TV shows out there that have yet to be announced, that will be announced at Star Wars Celebration. So, given that the Ahsoka Tano series, they're planning to drop that sometime during the spring and/or summer of 2023. Filming begins in early 2022, right around the spring. So, getting ready for that, Rosario Dawson, we already know that she's working very hard to train for the role of Ahsoka again, because she will be having a lot of scenes that's going to involve tons of action sequences, a lot more, of course, obviously, than what she was dealing with in The Mandalorian Season 2. So, one thing in particular that I think is very exciting has everything to do with Gina Carano. Now, we haven't heard anything about Gina Carano in the longest time, since a couple of months at least, because she's already involved with a specific project, and she's very busy at the moment. But what's really exciting has everything to do with what's been going on between Jon Favreau, the higher-ups over at Disney, and of course Gina Carano at that. Now, this is something that may be a little bit controversial to some Star Wars fans, and may very well be exciting and looking up to other Star Wars fans, but I digress. With both Disney and Lucasfilm now working on the marketing of the Book of Boba Fett, they are also preparing to make the big announcements for new shows at Star Wars Celebration of 22. Now, further is described, however, that Jon Favreau and Bob Chapek have been discussing something very important for the future of the mandoverse, and how it's going to involve actress Gina Carano and her return into the Star Wars world. Now, it's best described that recently Chapek and the higher-ups over at Disney have of course, of an agreement to rehire Gina Carano and to come back into the Star Wars franchise. However, Disney's higher-ups are said to only be moving forward with this under one condition: that the character of Cara Dune is set to either A, be recast, or B, remain non-existent in the Star Wars TV shows, which is something that is still being negotiated, and that Gina Carano would play a completely different character for future Star Wars TV shows in order to start from scratch. Now, Jon Favreau was actually forced into this position, and is described to have agreed with his, of course, some weeks ago, and that what he is planning to do for the Ahsoka Tano series, for example, is to make Gina Carano into a Force-sensitive user in the Ahsoka Tano series in 2023, and also, of course, for The Mandalorian Season 4. This is something that Favreau believes will make Gina Carano even all the more likable in the Mandoverse, and seen as an even more powerful character actor. Favreau described, of course, to be moving forward with Gina Carano becoming a brand new character that will hold a different design with, of course, in comparison to Cara Dune, and that she is not planned to portray even a similar character at that. Now, Favreau knows that this may upset some fans out there, but this is what Disney wanted for marketing reasons in order to create a fresh start. It's still unclear if Cara Dune will either get a recast for the character, or if she will be killed off altogether. Now, this is something still in the works. However, both Jon and Dave are very excited for Gina Carano to return as a brand new character, and that they believe by making her Force sensitive, this could really turn things around for the better. Now, currently, Gina Carano has already been in the talks about this, and had expressed interest in taking up this offer as long as there are no games behind the scenes with of course, Kathleen Kennedy, and not only that, or other creatives that actively tried to get Gina fired before she eventually was last time. Now, this in turn is something that Carano finds more interesting, of course, in doing as something original, and she originally even wanted to play a Force-sensitive character in The Mandalorian, and was refused by Kathleen Kennedy to do this, as she felt that she was not fit for such a character. Now, additionally, Gina Carano is said to have another meeting with both Jon and Dave Filoni, remotely or in person by sometime in early January, to discuss this further, and that things are looking up for Carano to come back into the Star Wars universe. Now, Gina Carano is described to be very busy at the moment doing another project, and that Favreau and Filoni are eager to get things moving with Gina as well. So here's the deal about everything related to this big, plan by Disney and Lucasfilm, and how they want to recast or kill off the character entirely, I think is something that's going to upset a lot of fans out there. But on the flip side to that coin, they want Jon Favreau, and this is something that Jon Favreau is being forced into, is of course to create Gina Carano into a brand new character. I am actually kind of mixed on this. I have mixed feelings about that. It could work, it could also not work. It really, really depends on how well this character is written, what the character is going to look like, how much screen time the character is going to get. Is it going to be poorly designed? Is it going to be very well designed? I mean, it really does have a lot of variables as to whether or not this is the right call or not. Now, Jon Favreau believes that this could work, and that's the only reason as to why he's moving forward with this overall, proposal, if you will, by the higher-ups over at Disney. Now, I still feel that this ultimatum by Disney's higher-ups and Bob Chapek seems to be a little harsh. I feel that given that Gina Carano as an actress, being already grounded in the Star Wars universe as Cara Dune, should only and only come back as Cara Dune. That's my belief. If you have Cara Dune in there, played by Gina, bring Cara Dune back as Gina Carano. I think that's the way to go about doing things. I don't think that there's any way else that you could really do it. But like I say, I mean, they want to make Gina Carano into a Force-sensitive character in the Ahsoka show and in the Mandalorian Season 4. It's a really good Rehired plan in a sense, because they can kind of create this brand new character for, Gina Carano. I mean, it's not the first time in the world that we have seen an actual actor or actress portraying two different characters in a specific franchise. There have been examples of that. But this could be tricky, because if she appears too similar, like Cara Dune, it could very well make some of the casual fans a little confused as to what's really going on. But again, they still have not decided on whether or not they want to cancel the character Cara Dune, like killing her off or explaining how she got destroyed in The Mandalorian, or if they want to recast her, so getting like a new actress to portray Cara Dune. Those two decisions are bouncing back and forth right now between the higher-ups over at Disney. Now, Jon Favreau, I think that he knows what he's doing. He's a smart guy. If he's moving along with this, I think that we got to trust the process. We got to believe in Jon and Dave and exactly what they're doing with Gina Carano, and just kind of hope for the best and see exactly how it all turns out, So overall, guys, let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No hiding on the one from night.